Good morning. Welcome to Northman's Morning Devotional with Gary and AJ. Grab your coffee and let's start off the day right.
Good morning and welcome to Northman Coaching's daily devotional and coffee, or coffee and devotional. I'm never going to get that right. With Gary and AJ. And I'm Gary, and this is my good friend and co-host, AJ. Morning, brother. How are you?
Morning, brother. How are you? How's
I'm well.
everybody doing today?
I got my coffee, my 55-gallon drum. No, this isn't the drum. That's the other one.
It's not the drum.
This one's just as big, though, I think. Anyway,
I have
so today,
two
like always, we're going to read two Bible passages, or two passages from two different books from the Bible, and we're going to relate them to each other and to men's work.
That's right. But before we start, I have 2 cups of coffee this morning, and my first cup is our
Look at that.
Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. So, guys, if you'd like to check out a great podcast, check out Sessions and Lessons Unscripted on all major platforms, or Glowing Off Script.
Yes.
All right. So today is the apple of his eye.
One more thing. Any of this hits you or you like and subscribe, guys. All right,
Yes.
Apple's right. Go ahead.
The apple of his eye. Anyone gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones who is my disciple, truly I tell you, that person will certainly not lose their reward. Matthew 10:20. So Jesus' disciples might seem simple to the world, but in God's eyes, they're precious beyond words. There is a reward from God for the way we treat his children. Amen.
I like that. Okay. What'd you get from that?
So, well, to that, I mean, that's simple. We're all God's children. We're all Jesus's children. I wouldn't say everyone is his disciple. Good morning, sir. But I would say that so far as a decent amount of people that take the time to spread the word of Jesus, those would be his disciples, or especially children. So ideally, if you are willing to help your fellow brother, then there is a reward for you from God. And that would be having Jesus in your heart. That would be having Jesus with you, and knowing that you always have that comfort of knowing that he's with you.
Okay. I like that. So what I got from that was the way it says, even a cup of cold water. Like, I don't think it matters the size of the gift or the act. It's the heart behind it. And I've always lived by that with my daughter. Like, I tell her always, give a card or make a card for your friend's birthday. You don't have to go buy a gift. It's the thought that counts. It's
Sure.
what's in your heart behind the action. That's how I
Sure.
feel. Either way, there is a reward. But I also don't I believe there is a reward, but I don't think that should be the incentive to doing good things.
No, but the idea of this passage is that the reward is, what my understanding is that the reward is just that you know that Jesus is always with you. You know that
Somebody's watching me.
Jesus is always in your heart, always.
Yes.
Or as Gary will frequently say, somebody is stalking you.
Yes.
Which hopefully Jesus is always stalking me.
But, well, we'll see. Let me read my passage before you crack in my joke here. So mine says, be the man whose reputation precedes him. Paul went first to Derbe and then to Lystra, where there was a young disciple named Timothy. His mother was a Jewish believer, but his father was Greek. Timothy was well thought of by the believers, by the believers in Lystra and in Iconium. So Paul wanted him to join them on their journey. And that is from Acts 16, verses 1 through 3.
So basically, he traveled.
Yep. And joined people.
He wanted to make sure that people were to join. So he was willing to go the extra mile to actually find his brethren.
Yeah.
We bring him to the word, to bring him to discipleship with him, and to also get him to walk with him.
And he was well thought. I like that. So they thought well of him, even though one was Jewish and the other was Greek. They both thought well of him. So he clearly had a good reputation.
I think it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what he's from. I don't think it matters what his background is. I don't think it really matters what his life circumstances were.
Perfect.
The point is that as long as we think good in people and we see good in people instead of seeing the negative in other individuals, as long as we always see the good in others, then we should always see the good in others, which should always help others. And I think those two passages go very well together. And the idea that no matter who somebody is, you should always find good in them, and you should always be willing to do something for them, no matter how small it is. So maybe it's as simple as just saying good morning, or, buying them a cup of coffee. But no matter who it is, no matter what their life circumstances are or what their beliefs are, I think that you should always be good to people. And I think that you should always try to bring them to the word. And I think you should always try to help them in any way that you possibly can.
So what you're trying to say is that even if it's a Jewish believer and a Greek, they could join the men's group, even though they're
That's
two
right.
different people from two different backgrounds. We could
That's
even
right.
have a Cubs fan in the men's group.
That's right. That's right. Even a Cubs one.
Yes.
Yes,
So
so it does not matter what somebody's background is. It doesn't matter whether or not to the brotherhood. It doesn't matter whether or not it's somebody that's going through a divorce or somebody that's going through something traumatic in their life or just going through depression or anxiety or
Totally.
anything. It does not matter what the background is. Men in general need to have a brotherhood, and that is what our brotherhood is all about. And I think that these passages and devotional are perfect the way that they line up with exactly what our brotherhood is all about.
the weird thing is that these two books are not from the same people,
Right.
and we've just decided to go page for page, and they're lining up pretty freaking good. So I actually put them both in the chat today, and chat says, both together, they say, a man's reputation is built in the small, unseen acts of service. So,
I agree.
yes.
I agree.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and that's what we do. And our whole group, it is small acts of unseen service. Like I don't brag about what I do. I don't know if you do or not. I mean, I try to get people to come in the group. I want to help as many people as I can. Can I help them all? No. Do I want to? Yes. But it's those small unseen acts because somebody once reached out to help me, and I wanted to return that favor.
I think outside of
I'm ignoring the comments for a little while.
I think outside of the people that I recognize, are willing to open, or somebody that I see that's going through something, I don't really tell them what I do. I definitely tell people, if you're ever online, we do morning devotionals and we have our podcast on Sunday. But unless I see somebody that's in need or they're struggling or going through something, no, there's no gloating about what we do. What we do is to help other people. It's not to say, "Hey, look at me." There's no attaboy in the work that we do. We do it because we're good people, and that's we want to do. We want to be able to help anybody that we possibly can, just the way that we've been helped.
Absolutely.
And we also continue just the same to do the work every week, just the same as all the guys that are in the brotherhood.
Actually, I had a conversation last night with one of the guys, and I was telling him that these meetings are. Granted, I host them, but they're not just me hosting these meetings for these guys. They're for me. The things that I learn from the guys in the group, the things that I get to get off my chest, and as I say them out loud, they hit me. I'm like, okay, now I need to hold myself accountable. So yes, the group was designed to help people, but the secret part of it, it's there to help me. So it's really incredible the way it all works. But hey, Gloria's here. Good morning, Glow. I check your
Morning.
messages. I sent you a message like forever ago. Yeah. Anyway, guys, so if you guys want to join a great group, if you're looking for a group of guys to go shoulder to shoulder with and build brick by brick, check out Northman Coaching School, guys. Go to northmancoaching.com, see everything we have. AJ's going to take it from here and tell you where to go.
Go up to the top of the page at northmancoaching.com, click on the resources tab, and the Brotherhood School will be right down underneath that. Click on that. You get the first 7 days for free. You got nothing to lose. So if you're looking to have a better life, go through a hard life reset, and you're looking to improve and looking to have a real brotherhood, then come and check us out. If you're not, I hope you enjoy our morning devotionals. Check us out on Sunday. Also on YouTube and Facebook at northmancoaching.com at 7 p.m. on Eastern Time. or you can check us out Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. or any other time of day if you want to go on and watch our morning devotionals. We are brought to you also today by Sessions and Lessons Unscripted and Glowing Off Script. And
Yes.
we are also brought to you this morning by
You
May
ready to go,
December
yeah.
End, the Ballad of Joey Flowers. And we call that up by Joel Rosario. So
All right.
read a good book. Go on. You can get that on Amazon. You can get that on Kindle. You can get that on Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
And you can also find their podcast, the podcast Sessions and Lessons Unscripted or Glowing Off Scripted on any of the major podcast platforms. Platforms. So on that note, guys, if you like our morning devotionals, please like and subscribe.
Yes.
If you don't like them, drop a comment. Or
And
if
still
you
like
do
and
like
subscribe.
comment, but we'd still like to know, regardless of what you think, if there's something else that you'd like to see or something that you have to say, we'd love the feedback. On that
Yes,
note,
absolutely. All right. You guys have a great
that's it,
Thursday
everyone.
morning, and that's it. So, yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one.